Welcome to or welcome back to our channel. She's T.
Hi, I'm Thelma, and she's M.
Hi, I'm Malika. And together we are T and M's Creative Workshop.
And in today's video, we're going to show you step by step how we created this YouTube channel.
Our first rule of business was to brainstorm. You need to decide on your channel's central focus. Now, most people refer to this as a niche, but it doesn't have to be your end all be all, but you do need to have a starting point. So for our channel, for example, we are focused on helping grandma to create a YouTube channel. We're also going to do cook-offs, book reviews, some crafting, and so much more.
Now that you've established your central focus, it's now time to brainstorm a name for your channel.
That's right. And you could do this one or two ways. You could either jot down a couple of ideas on pen and paper, or don't be afraid to utilize artificial intelligence. So a couple of examples would be ChatGPT, Claude, or maybe even Gemini. And we are not sponsored, but these are just a couple of examples of some platforms that you can use to be able to craft some ideas. Now, you do want to make sure that you are extremely specific with the search engine. So for example, I made sure to insert in my prop, we need 25 ideas for a YouTube channel for a grandmother and granddaughter duo. I then also made sure to include our central focus so that they could know exactly how to generate those names. But then once you have the names that they give you, you want to narrow that list down to at least about 3 that are your top picks. From there, we decided on one name, and then the most important part would be to actually go to YouTube and check and make sure that the name is available. Unfortunately for us, our first pick was not available, but it's okay. Since we had a top 3, we just went back to our list and chose our second pick. Now that you've created a name for your YouTube channel, you can use that same name to craft a business email.
Now that you have your name and your business email, now it's time to go and actually create your YouTube channel.
Yes. And then from there, we're now going to think about our optics for the channel. So it's a good time now to decide, do you want to use a profile picture? Do you want to create a logo? We chose to create a logo using that same artificial intelligence, and we just made sure to type in a prompt that let it know our center focus, exact dimensions. So for our profile photo, you need a 98 by 98 image. We also said we want to include purple and green, knowing our favorite colors, and then just give it some other specific details so that it can really make something that is curated for you.
And this is what it generated for us.
Now that you have a profile picture or a logo for the channel, it is now time to create a banner. If you use artificial intelligence, it might be a good idea to go ahead and ask AI to change that logo into a banner with the dimensions of 2048 by 1152. Now, it's also important to know that the visibility of this banner is going to depend on where your audience is viewing your channel. For example, if they're watching your channel or your videos on a TV, they're going to see the full banner in its entirety. But if they're on a desktop, it's really going to be just a slither of that in the middle that they're going to be able to see. And if they're on a phone, it's going to be even smaller than that. So that's something to consider when going ahead and crafting a banner for your channel.
Now we're moving on to the description. The description is basically a brief overview of what your channel is about. It should include who you are, your central focus, and what your viewers can look forward to.
That's right. All right, guys. And at this point, you should have a name, a business email, a profile photo or logo, a banner, and a description. And congratulations, you now have a YouTube channel.
Now that we have our YouTube channel, it is now time to go into production.
That's right. And production is all about planning. So now it's time to think about when you want to film, what you want to film, and maybe even where. It's also a good idea to think about creating a script for your video, because this will cut down on your film and editing time, okay? You don't want to have to think about what you're going to say when you turn that camera on. You want to already have an idea of what needs to be said and when it needs to be said. The next things after you script out your video, go ahead, put up your camera and get to filming. Some things to invest in might be tripods, microphones, lighting, all the good things to invest in. You don't have to have it right now, but these are things that you might want to invest in the future to make sure that you are enhancing the quality of the videos that you're putting out. After you've filmed your video, you'll move into editing. And we suggest, as a starter, you want to start basic. So not anything that you have to pay for. So we're thinking iMovie if you have Apple products, or maybe even CapCut, something that can be used on either your phone, your tablet, or a desktop or laptop computer. And we're talking straight the basics, no subscriptions. You know, you want to learn how to do those basic things from the beginning before you start to pay for anything anyway. After you've edited your video, you'll then go ahead, review all your footage, make sure you have your final cut, and it'll be time to upload and post your first video. And you have officially uploaded your first YouTube video, but you don't want to lose momentum. So start thinking about what comes next.
How often do you want to post?
And how much time are you willing to commit to your craft? But remember, consistency is the key to this game. All right, folks, and that concludes today's video. We want to thank you so much for tuning in, and please be sure to like, comment,
subscribe, and share.
Make sure that you do all of these things because that allows YouTube to know that people like the content that we are putting out. We're doing our part and we need you to do yours. And Grandma, any further comments or remarks before we close?
Just thank you. And I do want to say, and I know Malika doesn't know that I'm going to say this, but she's an excellent teacher.
Oh.
She has done an awesome job. I have learned so much about this video and the YouTube and creating a channel. I never would have done it without her.
Oh.
So for that, I want to say thank you.
So
Malika.
sweet. Yes.
I love you.
I love you. Yes. Thank you guys so much for watching another episode. Oh, we forgot to include next week. So please be sure to tune in next week where we will have another video where we do a library date. Make sure that you're here next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
All righty. Bye.
Bye.
Did you hear something? I didn't hear. This is a test. A what? A test? We probably have to do another take. Look, I'm messing up. Cooking reviews, cook-offs, book reviews. Our first rule of business was to... Grandma. Our first rule of business was to brainstorm. AI, or I don't know why. Look, it's irritating me because I know what I'm trying to say, but I keep saying something different. So it's something to think about, but all right. And now that you have officially posted your first video, you don't want to lose momentum. So start thinking about what comes next.
How often do you want to post?
And how much time are you willing to devote to this craft?
Oh my God.